Now those are funny, but does that necessarily mean that I'm happy? We all want happiness, but what does that mean? There are many things that make people happy. Scrolling through your phone, eating your favorite food, hitting every green light on your way to work, your sports team finally winning a game. There are tons of things that make you temporarily happy. But that's just it. It's temporary. Now, what are the differences between short and long-term happiness? Well, that's easy. Short-term only lasts for about a day at most, and long-term, well, lasts you a very long time. Now, what are some other key differences between long-term and short-term happiness? Generally, material things like money are associated with both long-term and short-term happiness. Everyone is chasing a happy ending, whatever that looks like. We all want happiness in the long run. So that leaves the question, how does one achieve long-term happiness? Is it by getting as much money as you can get your hands on or other material things? Well, it turns out money is not as big as a factor as people thought it was to achieve their long-term happiness. Some people believe, like previously stated, that short-term happiness, like money, is what happiness is. However, temporary happiness doesn't get you very far. It's like when you get a new pair of shoes. Yeah. You're excited and happy to wear them. But after a week or so, they don't seem so new, and you lose that initial feeling of happiness like when you first got them.
Meh.
In a study done by Frey and Stutzer, they found that money doesn't have much correlation with happiness as people would assume. Quote, unemployed people report a statistically higher, significant lower level of subjective well-being than those who are employed. It should be remembered that this result refers to the state of being unemployed and not the resulting lower income level. Not having a job imposes high non-pecuniary stress and unhappiness. End quote. This is actually quite interesting. People seem to be happier when they are working or are employed. Now, perhaps they feel a sense of purpose when they are working, and that induces happiness. So does that mean that purpose equals happiness? Is purpose the one thing we're all looking for? Well, it can, but it's not exactly the whole picture. Another big factor that researchers found to be one of the fundamentals of long-term happiness is having relationships. Relationships with people like family, friends, and other positive relationships of that nature. According to a study by Richard Easterlin, they find that people are happier when they have some kind of marital status compared to people with no marital status. Quote, with regard to marital status, the formation of unions has a positive and lasting effect on happiness. The dissolution of unions, a permanently negative effect. End quote. When Easterlin tracked people's happiness over 28 years, he found that good relationships and health had a long impact, which is a lot more than money could. This proves yet again that money is not a source of long-term happiness. It's short-term. People tend to value their relationships with others more than their money. In conclusion, happiness can be found within relationships and purpose, and not in money and other short-term happiness material. So go out and hang out with your friends. Go out and get a job, find purpose, but most of all, go do what makes you happy. Thanks for watching.